This is how I check where I can mine and how I can mine solo on specific coins. So I got these 3 mini ASIC miners that are made by Goldshell. They mine on the Nervos network, which pays out in the CKB, which is their native token. One of these I got at a pretty good deal on eBay. Took a risk. You know, I paid with PayPal, so you can always dispute it if it comes down to it. But 2 of them I got from Coastal Crypto. Go check them out. They've got pretty good deals on some ASIC miners. So yeah, link down below for that. Now, I'm doing things a little bit different in this video. As you'll notice, I'll have timestamps in the description down below, as well as in the timeline of the video. So if you want to jump forward to any special parts, go for it. I am going to do things a little bit different in this video, so leave a comment and let me know if you like this kind of format too. So back to it, how do you mine the Nervos network? So this is from 2Miner's site. It's a blog. They actually had this up a while ago, in 2019 it looks like. So they kind of go over what is Nervos and the CKB token, where to buy it, Nervos CKB wallet, which I believe all of this has been updated, but this is just a quick rundown. GPU hash rates, Nervos mining, and where to mine Nervos and CKB miner setup. Nervos Network is an open source public blockchain ecosystem. Its developers want to help cryptocurrency users by solving the challenges of Bitcoin and Ethereum. They aim at effective scalability and rise in the value of their own token through the storage of other cryptocurrencies on the network blockchain. Project will allow to execute smart contracts and implement layer 2 scaling, and will also be censorship resistant. CKB scales with value creation through other tokens, assets, data, and smart contracts on the network. Now this is interesting to see, and I don't necessarily agree with this. We recommend getting a wallet on an exchange and using it for mining. Hotbit and Bit4X are a good choice. I disagree with this. I don't think mining to an exchange is the greatest idea. It works. I've done it in the past. I mean, hell, I mined directly to BlockFi with Ethereum so I could immediately start earning rewards back when that was a thing. At the same time, a lot of exchanges say not to mine to that address. I always recommend self-custody, mining, buying, trading, whatever. Get your own wallet. Get something like get yourself a ledger. Nano S is like $60. Something that's offline that only you have the private keys for. In the case of CKB wallet, there's a couple of options. The one that the docs actually recommend is the Neuron wallet, which is kind of like a core wallet. You know, you install it locally. It's a local app on Windows and stuff. When you download this and you get it all set up and everything, you know, you go through and you get your seed phrase and all that fun stuff. But you gotta let it generate and sync with the chain before any transactions happen. So make sure you get yourself your wallet, your setup and syncing before you even start mining. As soon as rewards start paying out, you don't have to like sit and wait. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Come here. This is a little tool that I use to test the ping on the pool servers when I pick a coin or a server and a location to solo mine. Now, I don't have huge amounts of hash rate like some massive farm like, you know, some of these other amazing YouTuber content creators and other crypto miners out there have. I've got a single 30 amp circuit that's pretty much loaded to the max with the 80% rule, of course. When I get an opportunity, I try to get as much yield of whatever coin I'm looking at as possible. So I found this by 2Miners that it's a tool that checks the ping of the mining pool server with the Stratum ping tool. I'll leave a link to this down below, but it goes through what's a ping, how to ping the mining pool. But it links to a GitHub, which has the release here, which, yeah, it's not that old. It came out in 2021. You know, you just download it and open it in setup similar to a miner. Like if you were to mine in Windows, it's got a couple of bat files. Well, let's just do one right now. So I went through this here, made a little spreadsheet that is the different pools that are from miningpoolstats.stream. In fact, let's go to that and I'll show you that right now. So we're all pretty familiar with this site. If you're not, check the description down below. I'll leave a link to it. It's definitely informative, and you should definitely be on it checking it out. These are the pools that are being registered with Mining Pool Stats, and I went through and I actually tested the ping for all of these. So let me show you an easy way to do this. We'll start with like 2 miners, since we were already there. Go to the mining pool that you want, and by the way, you can do this with any mining pool, not just CKB, but this is my example. So we're on the 2 miner site for the Nervos pool, and you're going to take the server URL, copy it, edit your one of these 2 bat files. Doesn't really matter which one. You'll take the existing URL that's in here after the stratumping.exec and delete it and replace it with the URL you just copied from the pool. Save it, close it, double click. It's going to bring up a box, a command prompt box that's going to test the ping directly to that server. You can see it's got the URL, which resolves the DNS and the open port number. It then pings it 5 times in a row, gives you the low ping, or the minimum, the maximum time, and the average. So what did I do? I tested them 3 times in a row, and I took the average number from each of those tests, wrote it down, and then I averaged those together. So F2 pool's 39 milliseconds, Poolin is 524 milliseconds. I'm in Georgia, USA. So keep that in mind. When you're pinging these pools, your ping is going to differ based on your location in the world. So just a heads up there. 2 miners, 43 milliseconds, ant pools, 228, so on and so forth. So I also put down the pool fee, and I put some notes in here. So you can see F2 pool. You actually need to create an account, and they don't have a solo option over there. Not that I see. Some of these, most of these are anonymous. 2 miners, and via BTC I think had one too, but yeah, via BTC had a solo option as well. But 2 miners, they outline and say this is their solo pool, and you can see their solo pool right here. But via BTC, you can see they also have a 1% solo pool fee. This is how I check where I can mine and how I can mine solo on specific coins. Back to CKB. What am I doing here? All right, so the total network hash rate, along with a lot of different coins, has increased since the Ethereum merge proof of stake, back in September of 2022. Now, interesting enough, this chart here from 2 miners that shows the network hash rate over time, I did over the last year here. You can see about this time is the Ethereum merge, and this network really wasn't affected. We can see it dropped off May of last year, but recently, within the last couple of months, it's pumped back up as well. And I attribute that to machines like the K7 and the CK Box, the CK Box 2, some of these ASIC manufacturers creating more available ASICs for the Nervos network mining CKB. Now, 134 petahash, in fact, let's refresh this. 138 petahash currently. The solo network on 2 miners, almost 2 petahash. So that's 10%, a little over 10% of, maybe 12% of the total hash rate is on solo. So each of these little CK mini box miners is about a terahash of mining power. Looking at a profit calculator on 2 crypto calc, it's at 1 million megahash, which is a terahash. You can expect 88 CKB per day. Now, if you go down to solo mining, a lot of it's luck, and this is part of why I was looking at the ping time, because the shorter ping time that you have, the faster hand-eye coordination basically your miner has to mine that solo block and get it solved so that your machine is the one that unlocks the reward, right? And you get paid for it. So the crypto calc solo mining calculator here shows I should get 2 blocks every month or so, which would be great. This is kind of weird though, because the CKB mining reward fluctuates, and I don't know why. If you know why, leave a comment down below and let me know. Save me the time from doing that research. But let's get back to why we're here. The two pools that have the lowest ping time, which is F2 pool and 2 miners, 43 milliseconds and 39 milliseconds. DX pool was, I guess, a little bit lower, but two things here. One, it has a greater minimum payout, and two, you need an account, and I don't have an account on DX pool. I have an account on F2 pool for handshake and stuff, so I just went ahead and used it instead. It's interesting to see the pool fees here. All right, I'm mining on F2 pool as pool mining. I'm mining on 2 miners pool as pool mining, which 500 is a minimum payout, but that's fine. It's going to help me not get paid as often because those are taxable events. But that's a 1% fee, and then I'm solo mining on 2 miners. That's a 1.5% fee. Quick tip: what to look for when you are looking for the right pool to mine to or mine with. You're going to look for how many miners are in that pool, and some of them don't report it. When the last block was found, you see that over here. And out of the last 100 blocks, how many of them were from that pool? Also, the ping tool is a great free tool that's on their 2 miners GitHub repo. I encourage you to do like I did, maybe make yourself a little spreadsheet and go for it. So I did, I went for it. And here are the results. Going on day 2, I started this Saturday at 6 p.m. I turned on all 3 miners at the same time and set them up at the 3 different pools. F2 pool here is kind of difficult to read. Like, it doesn't register very well. It doesn't show like real time kind of things like 2 miner does. So in my notes, I've got started all 3 at 6 p.m. on Saturday. 27 hours later, because we were out doing family stuff yesterday, so we got home pretty late. I didn't get home in time to catch it right at 24 hours. Solo mining on 2 miners here. I have hit 0 blocks, and as of right now, at least, I've got 9% luck. The F2 pool at 27 hours had 91.61 mined. And the 2 miners, it was 104.39 CKB. So I got close to 10% more just by using 2 miners over F2. They've got the same pool fee, and they're both registering. You can see I've got terahash here with an average, 1 terahash. F2 pool, same kind of thing. If I go to workers, it's showing the 24 hours, exactly the same terahash, 1.08. So between 2 miners and F2 pool, at least for that day, for yesterday's entirety of 24 hours, 2 miners had the bigger share. I'm gonna let this go for like maybe 2 weeks, do the 2 comparison, and see if I actually hit a solo block on the 1 CKB machine. If I'm gonna earn 100 a day, this shows 95 CKB a day of an estimated yield, right, for 1 machine on 2 miners. Just doing round numbers, we're looking at 100 CKB a day times 3 miners times 30 days. Is that right? Hold on. 100 a day times 3 miners. So I've got all 3 miners going times 30 days. So it's 300 a day times 30 days. So that's 9,000 a month. That's not too bad. And if I went solo mining, based on this calculator, estimating 2 blocks in a month, I only get 3,000 CKB. That's for one machine. So if we triple this, it's estimating 6 blocks. And that's, I was told there would be no math. 10,000. That's why I want to run this little experiment for several weeks in a row to see what the full outcome is and see if it's actually going to be worth solo mining at all with any of these. If we go over to Coin Market Cap and take a look at the Nervos network, right now it's at 0.5 of a cent. But the all-time high, where was the all-time high? Where are we at? Doesn't show me all-time high, you bastard. Go over to the gecko. Here we are. All-time high is 4 cents. So if we got back to all-time high, that's a $360 month. That's paid. Pretty nice. What if it doubles that? $720. Now, it's not costing me a lot. These things are, what, 200 watts? So 3 of these plugged in is about equivalent to a single 6-card GPU rig. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be something like a long-term goal. What do you think? Let me take a second and just say, this is the kind of content that you like and you enjoy. Hit that thumbs up button. You know, it helps spread awareness of my channel throughout the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing too for more content like this. I'm not done yet. There's a couple more things I want to show you real quick. This is a secret, okay? It's just between you and me. Nobody's got to know. We all know this site, ASIC miner value. If you don't know this site, you're hiding under a rock. Get out from under the rock. Check this out. It shows, you know, miner profitability based on the different miners. I've gone through this, I can't think of how many times, 100 times or more. This is a new site that's out. A couple of YouTubers are introducing and kind of pushing, and you know, it does pretty much the same thing. Different layout, kind of cool. You know, it has efficiency, payback time, home mining, so it kind of narrows down to some of the less noisy and less power intensive machines. There's a lot more manufacturers out there that make ASICs besides iPolo, Gold Shell, Jazzminer, Bitmain, Strong U, Canon, MicroBT, and sometimes it's been difficult for, you know, for me to find some of those more obscure miners that aren't as popular but maybe just as profitable but cheaper. So something I recently found was this on F2Pool's site, f2pool.com/miners. I'll leave a link down below. It's got, you know, all of the basics and stuff, but it also, wow, is really freaking out here. But it has some miners out here on this list that aren't on the other two more popular, more well-known efficiency profitability calculator sites. Forest EPUXC. Yeah, IBLink, we know IBLink. Hammer, did you know? I didn't know Hammer was a ASIC miner. 1024 miner. Let's see, Gold Shell's out there. Jazz miner. Tibit, TIBIT. YM105108. Todd miner. There's a CK miner right there. Todd Miner Combo, released in 2021. I've never heard of this. 15 terahash, 2250 watts. You know, if we go over here and we search the Eagle Song, oh, there it is, Todd Miner. Todd Miner Combo, but that's not the most recent one. There's a 3 terahash at 2700 watts. That's crap. We compare that to a Gold Shell CK6 or CK6 SE, 3300 watts at 17 terahash. Whoops, 2200 watts at 15 terahash. So still lower power than the CK5 with a little bit higher hash rate as well. So little things like that, you know, that makes me want to go out and try to find this thing on eBay. These also might be some single obscure, you know, OEM or break off OEM of like Antminer or, you know, one of these other big manufacturers may have just sold to these huge farms that buy, you know, 10,000 of these at a time or something. Figured I'd at least share that with you, give you a little bit more information on where to find some of the stuff that we're all looking for. We're all looking for a good deal, you know, the most efficient with the highest yield. All right, so now I'm going to end the video, but for real, give this video a thumbs up if you got this far and you enjoy the content. This is informative for you. Consider subscribing, it really helps. And of course, thanks for watching.